Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss about encapsulation. So we know that the encapsulation is one of the most important pillar of the object-oriented programming concept. And in Delphi, we will write one sample code, and we'll see that how to implement the encapsulation, right? So in picture, we can see that the capsule that contain the variable and method, and that overall the capsule is called the class. And the process of the wrapping the data in the function, right, or method that perform action on the data in a single entity is known as the encapsulation. So let's see it here how to implement the encapsulation. So data encapsulation can be implemented by declaring a variable as a private member, right? So we know that in Delphi we have two types of private member, one is the strict private, other is the private member, and we have the protected members also, right? To restrict the direct access from the outside of the class, so we can avoid the access of the data members from the out of the class, right, directly through the object. So for this, what we need to do it, we can define the public setter and getter method or property to access the private variable from the outside of the class. So we'll not allow the data type, right, or variables to access from the class directly, right? Any of the variable can be accessible through the getter or setter method or through the property, right? So that we can validate and we can do the validation over there, right? So that user cannot change the right wrong value to the variable. So just few more point I have mentioned over here. Keep the internal data and the code safe from the external manipulation, right? That we already talked. The user only know how to use the object, but the actual implementation, like how and where the data is actually stored, is hidden. The process of the wrapping the data and the function that perform the action on the data into a single entity is known as the encapsulation. A single unit is performed to as a class. Encapsulation is the process of encapsulating the something in the capsule, right? So that we have seen in the picture. The encapsulation is the process of the encapsulating something in the capsule. It's protect the data and the code from the outside intervention. The main purpose or usage of the encapsulation is to guarantee security for a class data. To secure the data, we must employ the private access modifier, which limit access to the data outside of the class. So we make it private, right, protected of our class data member, and that will be no, that we can limit the access from the directly from the outside of the class. The access modifier are used to specify the level of the access or scope of the class members, such as the data member and function. So here a few more points I mentioned about the encapsulation in detail, right? So this is one of the UI application. In this, I have created one form, and in this form, right, I have created one class. So this is the bank account class, okay. And in this bank account class, I have created one strict private member, okay. And this is the account balance, and two public function I have created here. The function check balance and the set balance, right. So what we are trying to do it here, we'll protect this account balance from the outside world to access it directly and change the value of the account balance. So account balance only will be accessible through the getter and the setter value, right? Setter method, so that we can do the validation in that method whenever user will change the value of the account balance, right? So what I'm doing in the check balance, suppose I want to check the balance of account, okay. What we'll do it, we can get the return of the account balance, but we can put the validation over here, right? If some validation if will pass, then only it will return the balance account, right? Otherwise it will cancel the message. So we can't get the value, right, or set the value. So we can't get the value directly, we can put some condition over here, right? The similar in the set the balance, if I want to set the account balance, right? So set the balance will be the procedure and pass the one parameter, right? And what is the balance you are going to set it. So in this set procedure, here I'm doing some validation. If balance is whatever the balance we are going to set it, if balance is greater than equal to zero, right? Then set the validation, otherwise show some message, right? So such kind of the validation we can do it in the getter and setter method whenever user is trying to change the value of the member variable, right? So this is called the encapsulation. We are hiding, right, directly to change, allow to change the value of the private members, right, or variables of the class, right? So only it will be accessible through the method, or we can create a property also here. Through property we will get the getter and setter method. So only from that property we will able to change the value, right? So what I'm doing, I just on the form button click, okay, account info, I'm just creating the object. And here what I'm trying to do, just see that I've taken the variable of the object bank account of type the bank account, right? And after that, creating the object and assign to this value, this variable, object bank account. And then bank account dot check balance. If I have to check the balance, right? What is the balance as of now I have? So and that we are showing the message. And similar with the set the balance. So during the setting, I'm passing the value, right? So whatever we need to set it the balance. So it will go here and check it. If the balance is some condition, it will pass. Then it will set the balance. Otherwise, it will prompt the message to the user, right? And after that, free and nil. So main concept is here. We need to understand it. We are not allow our member variable, right, value to change directly from the outside, right? This, right? So it will be this variable will get changed only through the method, right? Getter and setter method. So this is the getter method. We can say this is the setter method, or we can create a property also. So through the property, we are allowed to change the account balance, right? Variable value. Okay. So this is all about the encapsulation.